Hi, I wanted to show you a really quick flick through of the Mythix Planner so you can see what's inside the box when you get it. So 2021, the year I rise, that's the front cover. We have an overview of dates for this year coming and 2022, space for a key, you can see there, a key, and then notable dates that you might want to take a note of. Top 10 goals that I want to achieve in the next 12 months and how you can do them, and along with a year at a glance when you want to work on which goals. You can start that whenever you want. It's so I mean we're in December, we're coming up to January, but that could be March or September or whatever, depending on how you want to do it. And if you want to skip a few months, if you know you're taking August off for the school holidays, you can ignore it if you want to, although I like to plan it in because I think rest time is an important thing to plan in. So setting goals and forming habits, this is so important part of the process. What matters to you more than anything else, you need to know your core values, and from that everything else follows. We've got a whole section on how to set well-formed goals and forming new habits, loads of tips and stuff there. And then a sheet for your new goal. There's a goals sheet and a habits sheet. So you can, how you're going to do your new habits, what's going to get me to my new goal. Because a lot of our goals are actually the accumulation of habits. As well as that, other things you want to do, but not necessarily in the next 12 months. Time, money, and energy are finite resources after all, so we need to keep a log of those, and other stuff you may want to remember. So, long range planning, useful. But this is where we get into the nitty gritty. This is the month of, and it's completely, you can write whichever your month is there. This is your first kind of spread for that month. We have your priority actions, special things you want to remember, events that are happening at the start of next month, so you can plan that in as well, and other stuff you want to do this month. What your focus is this month, and your like a mini review section. They have that runs through everything, and obviously some space for doodling and whatnot. But you have your month at a glance, which is super useful. It starts wherever you want it to. So if the first is here, or if it's here, you put your number in and flow it through. You can write your priority on the top for that day and your nice to do for that day, or you can do it for a week, however you want to do it. There's a notes section. Then when you flip over, we have a little pocket. You can make the pocket up. I use washi tape. Pop in your receipts. That helps you keep track of all of your financial stuff. Then we have the weekly planner. So this is where it helps you keep a track of where you are in the year and where you are within your current cycle within the month and where you are within your current quarter. And the idea being that you run this for at least 13 weeks and then you review at the end of your 13 weeks. So that's your first quarter. This is your basic view. Again, very similar to the month's one. The week is, what your priorities are, other things you want to do this week. I choose to do this week. Your focus for the week. Your mini review section for the week. Doodling space. And this is your week to view spread. Completely undayed, so you can start your week whenever you want to. Super useful for all those shift workers. And then each day is broken up into 3 zones. The idea being the 4th zone is when you sleep. So these are roughly 6-hour periods, but they don't have to be. They can be however you... So I tend to run it as this is my morning, this is my afternoon, and this is after dinner but before I go to bed. But you can run that however you want to. Place to jot down your meal ideas, and then some freeform trackers, so track whatever is important to you. I do mine here and family stuff there, but you can do it however you want. And then we have another little pocket because You always collect bits and pieces, so in it goes, and then you can keep a quick track of it. And then when you finish with that, same with the month, when you finish with the month or when you finish with your week, you take that bit out and you stick them all together, and you've got all your financials together, and you've got all your bits and pieces if you're doing scrapbooking, which I love doing. Don't currently have a sufficiently high priority at the moment, but you know, if I keep these, I'll be able to go back to it easily. Then we get into the daily pages. So this is your daily spread. Daily spread, it's like bread. Anyway, can you tell it's quite late while I'm doing this? This is what your priorities will be today. So it will be a great day if I get to do these today. And so long as I get those done, it will be a great day, regardless of how I'm feeling about anything else. If it's going really well, I also get to do these actions. And I'm most excited about getting to do this today, which is my little treat to myself. These are the habits I'm going to build today. You don't have to do all of this. This is just, you use as much of this as you want to. Your timeline for when it's all going to happen. So you've had a timeline for your months and you've had one for your weeks. This is how you're doing it for your day. And it runs from 6 till 10. So I'm hoping that's useful for you time-wise. Then we've got a little section on self-care. These are not really there's a whole load of stuff around self-care, but that's the top line stuff of that. Your focus for today, a little bit about where you've been and who you've seen for your track and trace for COVID. That's so important at the moment until the virus is really up and running, the vaccine's really up and running. Your mini review section for the day, and obviously some more notes and micro journaling. Now we also have, because you have put like 5 or 6 or 7 of those into a weekly chunk. This is really useful, which is the Today tab, which helps you keep your bookmark place wherever you are in your binder. And it helps you keep a super quick track of your habits that you're forming right from that initial page. Do you remember we were talking about habits, goals being as a result of habits a lot of the time? Quick note so you can work out your prioritizing, and then a super quick way of tracking what your days are. So we have this bit down here. All in all, today has been delightful, pretty good, not bad, could have been better. Put a little smiley face on your tracker. It's not focusing very well, is it? There we go. Put a little smiley face indicating what it was, and then you've got a really quick overview of how well your month's been, and you can just see it at a glance. Once you're through all of that and you've got your 13 weeks, that's what you get at the end of the week, is just some quick notes that you might want to transfer later on. Struggling for focus. Okay, we are now at 8 minutes. Yeeks, we've got to battle on through this. So this is your delightful, you get a review, 30-day review, celebrate your success, and then there's some questions that you can do your tally. You can say this is where you can start to spot patterns about what was going on that helped you have a good week or not so good week. How in control are you feeling? The best bits, and then any new habits you might want to be sorting out. Then you've got a week, 13 wonderful weeks in review, similar thing, but more appropriate for your weeks, and it's all about, and you can track again how good your weeks were, and that helps you to move on. And then once you've done 2 lots of quarters, you've got a 6-month review. Again, we're celebrating success. Similar format, but each time it's a bit different. And this at 6 months, this is where you're going to have a quick kind of check on where you really are with things and how you want to be going forward. And once you know that, there is some next steps info there. And then if you want to change your goals for the next 6 months because you've achieved all of your goals, there you go. And you've got a next 6 months at a glance. So if you want to change that 12-month plan, then you can do. So that basically is that. I hope you find that's the Mythix Planner. I hope you find it really helpful. And if you've got any questions, just give me a shout. Thank you. Bye.